Good afternoon and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be looking at Wwe 2K25 MyFaction mode. Now I have delved into it a little bit, but I just want to give like a general overview, just a little look at the mode and see what's in store this year in MyFaction. So welcome to MyFaction. This is the homepage. It'll look very similar to any homepages that you've used before in MyFaction anyway, that means. So here we have the rotating news. Currently it tells you that if you are playing the Bloodline or Deadman editions of the game, you can only get the virtual currency from those modes once you've set up your MyFaction team. So obviously there's been a lot of people reporting that as an issue, but yep, that's just an oversight for them. There was a social media post that went out for the first locker code, so if you go down here you have the option to redeem locker codes, which I've already done. But if you pop in Elite Rock 2K25, you'll unlock an exclusive MyFaction Persona card for an Elite Mattel Rocky Maivia, or yeah, I think it's a Rocky Maivia action figure version of The Rock. So yeah, this is your home screen. So you have all the usual stuff here. There's like news, live events, challenges, and locker codes. The challenges here seem to be similar to what was in the game before. Very much just like winning matches, doing this, that, and the other thing. You can see here, I've only really done the intro. I haven't done anything else. I've been saving it for this video. And yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So MyFaction this year does look pretty good. There are 3 different modes to go through. So before we get to the different modes though, I thought I'd have a look at the live events. I don't know what live events are exactly. Okay, so these are... I haven't even done the tutorial for this. So yeah, each live event offers unique challenges and you have to do them before time runs out. So yeah, exactly. So if I was to do this is to celebrate Iron Sheik's birthday. It's a submission match, I guess, against the Iron Sheik. If I get the if I get tier 3, then I get side play. It's a tier 2 is cards and tier 1 is whatever, and you can unlock 1,000 MyFaction points. So if you were to work through all of these, you would unlock a fair amount of stuff. Here is live events. So some live events require you to own special cards. Oh, right. So these would only be available to people who have, well, if you're playing the game now anyway, I guess you have pre-ordered the game. I guess if you don't pre-order the game, this wouldn't be available to you. But yeah, you would have to have the Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan Persona cards, so you can only get that from pre-ordering the game, and that's the only way you can do these challenges. Again, you get a decent amount of MyFaction points from these. These are, 1,500. That's also a Deadman edition exclusive. Here is a Roman Reigns one. I don't know what that is. That's pretty cool how they've got Toy Bray Wyatt returning as well as part of the MyFaction mode, and I'm guessing that these are like Bloodline edition. 5,000 MyFaction points. That's pretty cool. I just noticed as well there's difficulty levels. I've never seen that before, but yeah, I guess I could work my way through these to complete. Oh, see, I don't have that LA Knight, so I can't do that event, but the reward is a whole ass card. Okay, yeah, so I also have to have at least 1 card from Ascent to complete this one. And yeah, so interesting. There's like a decent amount of events going on. You can even see the upcoming ones here. So it says, I don't know if they're, is that bugged where it says bronze and emerald? I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, Deadman's Undertaker, so you can fight him. It's Umaga's birthday, you can fight him, and I guess you'll get rewards for so you'll get a card pack, I guess, plus a whole bunch of MyFaction points. So that's live events. So moving over to the play mode, there are 3 modes this year. There's the World Tour, which is replacing the Proving Grounds mode. You have Faction Wars, which is your regular tag team based. Is it? Oh no, sorry, that is the stage node based kind of roguelite mode. We'll go for that. We'll go for all this in a second, but yeah, and then you got your weekly towers every single week, new challenges, new rewards, and yeah, it goes on for the whole year. So every single week you'll get a whole bunch of new challenges within the weekly towers. Multiplay, this is your ranked area, so this is where you would do ranked. So currently it's on 1-on-1 match. March 25th is also going to be 1-on-1, and then as of April 8th is going to be Extreme Rules, and April 22nd tables match. So this is where the leaderboards are. You can look at the rewards for having, you see there, top 10% gets 18,000 MyFaction points, and if you just place anywhere on the leaderboard, you get 16,000 MyFaction points. So that's pretty cool. Or I guess it goes up and down depending on your rank. So yeah, if you get, Jesus, if you get Galaxy Opal, you get 72,000 MyFaction points. But I mean, that's like tippy top of the ranks, right? I don't really know how the leaderboard works. I've never loaded the leaderboard. In fact, I didn't even think it was going to load there. So to get, yeah, nobody has Galaxy Opal or Pink Diamond, although there are people on Diamond, which is insane. There's only 2 of them. I don't know how that works, but yeah, for the bald beardsman there, I guess he's at the end of the ranking could potentially get 18,000 MyFaction points, and I'll show you how to use those MyFaction points very shortly. You can also do quick play here. Quick play allows you just to jump into an online match. Here it is a Fault Get Anywhere match. If you click on it, it'll let you just automatically puts you into an online match, but yeah, I don't want to do that. So in the headquarters section, you will see a familiar page if you've played MyFaction before, but if you have not, MyFaction works with teams. So here in the MyFaction management, you can have up to 8 factions. I typically just work off the one. I don't know many people that have multiple factions, but maybe there is a reason to, I'm not sure. I just have like the one that has the best cards in it. These are all my permanent cards. A lot of these are actually showcase rewards. So I unlock these cards from completing the showcase mode. By the way, those videos are on the channel now, so if you do want to watch them, you can check them out. The Elite Roman Reigns, I think, was from the Bloodline edition, and the women's cards here are, I think these are a little random. The Tiffany Stratton was from the starter pack, and the others, I think, well, the Nikki Cross will be from the White 6 pre-order. Lyra and Bailey will be from just playing the game, and I must have pulled them from the card packs that I got from showcase mode. You have your customization here. You can fully customize the way that your team looks. So there are a whole ton of nameplates and backgrounds that you can unlock, but here we have the cosmetic nameplates. So I've only unlocked the 2 so far, and even for the faction wallpapers, I've only got the one that I got in the starter pack. And the strikers, I have for the logo, I either have strikers, which was the card pack that I chose at the start of the game, or you have Hell in a Cell. Managers also play a role in the teams. They offer stat boosts to different types of cards. So for example, here the example given is Ava is my manager. Her style is aggressive, so aggressive typically works with powerhouses and strikers. Roman Reigns, I think, is a powerhouse and his compatibility is good. Afa is a striker and his compatibility is excellent with Ava, but Bailey is a technician, so her style does not match with Ava's. And what that typically means is it just means that the characters don't have like stat boost based on the managers, so it can, depending on who you want to use in your team, the managers can provide a pretty good stat boost depending on the cards that you want to use. So it's a game of stats. It's all about stats. I don't know how in depth it really goes. I've never really played MyFaction as like a full-time thing. As part of MyFaction here, you can also log in every single day. I can't do it now because I've already logged in, unfortunately. But once you log in, you get like a daily, you can get a daily reward, and if you log in for I think 4 or 5 days within the week, you'll get a weekly reward as well. So that's something to bear in mind. You can access the collection as well. So these are all of the card packs that are currently available within 2K25. There will definitely be more added. There's usually card packs every single month, and yeah, it just changes every time. What will typically happen is you can see here that Superstar Series 1 and Fierce Series 1, so later down the line within the next few months, then you'll probably see a Superstar Series 2 and Fierce Series 2. So looking in these, you can actually see all the cards that are in there. So you can actually look through all the different sets that are there. So it's a set of 10 characters. So there are there's 5 here, 5 sets. No, wait, 1, 2, wait, what? Okay, well, there's 60. So there are 60 packs, or 60 cards within Superstar Series 1. And there will obviously be more coming down the line. So Legends here, there's only 20 within the Legends pack. And yeah, this is like Triple H 08, this is Shawn Michaels 94, this is Eddie Guerrero 97. You'll have noticed, if you have played the game or are aware of the roster, Triple H 08 is actually not in the roster. So this is a character that is exclusive to MyFaction. You can only use them within this mode with that card. Now, the exception to that rule is Persona cards. So Persona cards can be unlocked. So like here I have Solo Sikoa, right? So Solo Sikoa here has that little badge underneath his overall that says Persona. And what a Persona means is once you unlock it within MyFaction, you can take it out of the mode and you can actually use it elsewhere in the game. So because I have this Solo Sikoa Persona card, I can actually use him in Exhibition, I can use him in Universe mode, I can use him in my GM, and there's nothing stopping me from using him in Creation Suite or doing whatever. But the most valuable thing for me as a person who just wants to play the other modes are these Persona cards. So I'm less interested in something like a Triple H 2008 unless it was a Persona card. If it was a Persona card, I probably would want to unlock it, but at the moment I actually think the Solo Sikoa is the only Persona card you can get currently from the packs anyway. So what it used to be, and it seems to still be the case, is you unlock these things called Oddities. So Oddities can be picked up by completing challenges or randomly pulled from card packs. So here is King Booker. There's an Elite Mattel Trish Stratus and an Elite Bray Wyatt, or an Elite Mattel Bray Wyatt in fact, this Bray Wyatt was from last year's game. The King Booker I don't think has been in the game for quite a while now, and the Elite Mattel Trish Stratus I think is also new, or it was in the game last year, I can't remember. But either way, to unlock these specific characters within the game modes, you need to unlock all of their oddities. So you'll see there that for the Trish Stratus, I have to collect the Cowgirl hat, Thank You Trish, the Women's Championship, the Coach's Whistle, and the Leather Trench Coat. And to get them, I guess they are just pulled from card packs currently. Sometimes they run special live events, sometimes they run locker codes and stuff to unlock some of these oddities. So nobody knows how to get them just yet. They just appear randomly for the time being. But yeah, this was how Personas were typically unlocked in previous games, in last year's game especially. And I think there was a lot of feedback from the community saying that the unlock style on this mode is too hard. Like you have to put a lot of money into random chance to even get these oddities, and yeah, it just isn't worth the time investment. So they have allowed us other ways to unlock Persona cards that we'll get into in a second. So for now, we'll just ignore that. If you go to managers here, you can see that there are also series of manager cards. I was not actually fully aware that this was a thing, but I'm guessing, yeah, okay. So if the Andre the Giant series is Andre the Giant as your manager, but you have all the different ranks. So all the cards are ranked based on their color, but also their overall. So for example, an overall ranked Andre the Giant at 99, bronze would be traditionally weaker than like a Galaxy Opal 99. Galaxy Opal is like the best card you can possibly have in the game. Typically, I think I personally only really float around like Emerald Sapphire. When I was playing last year, I had maybe like one Amethyst and maybe like 1 or 2 rubies, really not a lot. So that's kind of where I was sitting at. But I guess if I did actually put more time into the mode, then perhaps I would have unlocked more diamonds. And there was a couple live events that were running where you could unlock kind of freebie Galaxy Opal cards towards the end of the year. So As the year goes on, who knows, just keep an eye out for them. And here you have your customization for your teams, so you have your logos, your nameplates, and your wallpapers, and there are you know, over 100 of each for those customizing stuff, right? So here's all the wallpapers, you can actually view them here as well. So here's one that looks like Triple H or something, so that if you unlock that, you could use that background as part of your MyFaction management. You also have badges here. Badges unlock special things in the game. Depending on what you do in a match, you will unlock these badges naturally. So I think it's like if you do a springboard attack, you'll gain this badge, and it'll give you like a boost to damage for springboards and diving attacks. They kind of just happen in the match. It's kind of hard to keep track of, so I don't really pay attention to it. Here we have evolution cards. Evolution cards start as what they are. I've clearly got two for the starter packs here. They are special cards that let you evolve a superstar into one or more higher rarities. So to evolve a card, you need to complete all the challenges assigned to that card. So for example here, the Sheamus is Emerald, but he can actually be upgraded to Sapphire, assuming that I complete these challenges. So to evolve him into a Sapphire card, and you can see on the right there's actual stat boosts associated with that, then I need to complete the 3 challenges at the bottom there, which are land 40 light attacks, 20 heavy attacks, and damage 5 opponents' heads to red. That's actually not too bad. That's quite manageable. That's quite achievable, actually. And it's the same for Tiffany Stratton here. So yeah, you can maybe start to see now how this mode will take up a lot of time. It's very grindy. So here is the collector's level as well. So the more cards that you collect, you go up in level, in collector level. So once I collect 20 cards, I'll reach level 1. I'm only 1 away from that. Level 2 is 35 cards, level 3 is 55. I'm not going to go through the list, but you do get the idea that every single level that you do reach, you get more MyFaction points, which are, it starts with 750, you know, goes up to 1,000. You can unlock special cards as well. So here's a Ruby Roxanne Perez at level 5. That's actually a really good reward to get. Holy shit. And then, yeah, it just goes up and up and up. And then, you know, level 25, I guess, is the maximum, and you'll get a pink diamond Bianca Belair, which is probably one of the better cards in the whole mode. So I've been talking a lot about MyFaction points, and I haven't really spoken about tokens yet, or VC, but this is where it all comes into play. The whole mode is really based around card packs. It's about card collecting and just unlocking as many cards as possible, and then you use those cards in matches. So you're wondering, how do you buy, or how do you get better cards? Well, typically you unlock them here. So obviously you have the pack market, which is where you can buy your packs of cards, so you can buy like a whole box set, or you can go to the card market and buy individual cards. Now the card market, you can buy individual cards here, but it doesn't contain every card. So for example, things like the Oddities, a lot of the personas are probably not here either. I can actually filter for, yeah, there's like no personas here, so can't buy any of the personas, even though they are in the game. Here's that 2008 Triple H. So I can actually purchase this card for 20,000 VC, virtual currency, or I can use 25,000 MyFaction points. So the MyFaction points can be earned in game. As you've seen through the challenges, the live events and stuff, the MyFaction points are earned by doing basically anything in the mode. The virtual currency is the currency that's used when you purchase. That's the converted real money. So if you were to buy, if you were to go into the PlayStation Store, or the Xbox Store, or the Steam Store, you'll see bundles of VC, and you can, you know, basically convert real money into VC that you can then use in this mode. Similarly, you've got your packs here. So here are the packs. You have your, you know, you have basic packs and deluxe packs. So you can just literally grab the Ascent pack and hope for the best that you get the cards that you want. They are so expensive, man. This pack is 9,000 MyFaction points. It gets you 1 superstar and 4 random items with a chance of pulling an Ascent series superstar. If you go into the deluxe pack, it's even more expensive, and All it is just a higher chance of pulling an Ascent Series Superstar, which basically just means it's a Superstar that's exclusive to that pack. And then you've got the 10 pack box, which is basically just 10 of these, but for a discounted price. And then you have the Deluxe 10 pack, and then the Deluxe 20 pack. 200,000 VC is insane to me, because that is more than I currently have from the Bloodline edition. And even 200,000 MyFaction points, that is also insane to be even thinking about dropping at this point. Like, that's so much money. I would also, you can view like odds and stuff, and I'm really curious actually what the like conversion rate is, right? How much is 1 VC to £1 or $1? I think it would be very disappointing. I think some of the prices here are very, very high. In fact, you can see here, if you go to the VC window, you can see that the highest, Jesus Christ, the highest amount you can get is 400,000 VC for £90. And the lowest you can get is 15,000 for $450. So I guess probably the most, they usually put like a red highlight on what is the best deal, and it's probably going to be the $8.99 one where you get 32,000, because yeah, I guess you're more than doubling. Yeah, you're getting 2,000 more for doubling the price. Yeah, it's stupid. Oh cool, I lost connection to the server. So obviously we're still in early access, so this is the thing that's going to keep happening while I record this video. Alright, so we're back in the mode here, and I want to have a quick look at the play mode. So you see here, you have the World Tour mode, you have the Faction Wars, and the Weekly Towers. So the Weekly Towers, if we go into them, you can see that week 1 there is 5 matches. You complete the 5 matches, so these are all like single matches, I guess? I don't know. Oh yeah, so 1-on-1, 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 and a triple threat match. You will gain MyFaction points for each one of these depending on how many objectives you complete, and also you will have, once you complete the week, you gain 5 tokens. So next week, if you do next week's reward, you'll get a Superstar Series 1 pack. Week 3 is 2,500 MyFaction points, and week 4 is an exclusive Sami Zayn card that you can only get from the Weekly Towers. So that's pretty cool. That's there. This is a good way to earn cards in the game without spending any money, but it is a bit of a grind. So the tokens that you earn there can also be used in the store. I didn't actually show off the token market, but it's almost like progression through the game. So if you need to unlock the Sapphire card reward, you need to buy at least, it's usually about 8 or 10, yeah, 8. You have to buy at least 8 of these cards using tokens, and these cost 25 tokens. Usually the Sapphire ones cost more, so we might be talking 30, or even, you know, between 30 and 50, I guess. But yeah, if you unlock 8 of these cards, I usually go for the highest overall, so I guess I'd probably start with Sheamus, Shotzi. Maybe I'd get Tama because I like him, or if there's any exclusive costumes in here, I'd probably get them too. But as long as you can get any 8 of them, and as long as you get 8 of them, it'll then unlock the next tier. Presumably with Sapphire, you do the same thing where you get a set amount of them. Maybe it's 8 again, then you'll unlock Ruby and all this of it. But obviously they're not unlocked yet because MyFaction has, or rather the game has just launched. There's only so much available right now. So Faction Wars is the roguelite mode here. So it says here, it just says Faction Wars start screen. That's a bad title. Welcome to Faction Wars. Here you can embark on runs where you complete stages and beat bosses to add to your collection, build new lineups from your collection, choose your path. To start a run you need tickets, and you can earn more tickets from daily login rewards as well as other sources. So we start you off with 5. Yeah, so basically you start a run by using a ticket here. You go through the mode, you move through like a line, you move through each node, completing certain objectives or doing certain matches and stuff. You gain tokens, like Faction War tokens, and then you go into here and you can actually use those tokens to unlock new cards. So here you can, for 2,400 Faction Wars points, you can unlock any of these cards. There are also permanent cards, so these are on a rotation. So I guess every run or every couple weeks, I guess these rotate. Doesn't actually say what the time is on them, but here are the permanent cards. So these are the permanent Faction Wars rewards. These are actually fairly well priced compared to the rotating cards. But yeah, if you wanted to unlock these cards permanently, you can do that. And then you have these unlockable bosses as well. So these are boss cards, I guess, that are part of the mode. These also cost Faction War points, but you can only buy them once you've beaten them in the game. So once you've beaten them in the mode, you'll have the option here to unlock them with your Faction Wars points, which I think is pretty cool. I assume then you can actually use these. So if you wanted to use this Andre the Giant, for example, once you unlock him, I guess you could put him into your team and use him. So that's pretty cool. If you do leave the mode for whatever reason, it's not a permanent loss of progression. You can actually, on that bottom block there, you've got, it says no active run for me because I don't have an active run, but you can go back to it and continue from where you left off. Up to a certain point, I think it will eventually make you start a new run eventually. And then you've got the World Tour. World Tour is obviously the big new mode this year because Proving Grounds has been replaced. So now you have this world map, or World Tour, I guess. Each region is filled with interesting places as you progress, and you'll be able to decide which to tour first. As time goes on, more regions will become available, so keep an eye out for new releases. But right now we only have America and we only have these cities, but I'm sure more will be unlocked over time. So even though everything's padlocked out, we can actually go through these in a non-linear fashion. You can actually choose which one you want to do first, but because it's tutorial, we can only do Orlando here. So Orlando is the starting point. Each location has several tours, and to start a tour you may need to meet certain requirements. Collect art cards as you tour to discover untold stories. Okay, so there is like a whole story here, which is pretty cool. I guess I'll accept that, whatever. So you can see here that I can unlock the ARC cards, and I can also unlock Kalani Jordan as a World Tour reward. It says here that requirements for these: mirrors match, divers on top, learning the ropes, divers. Yeah, so you have to work your way from top to bottom basically for this specific one. Okay, here's Kalani Jordan. I do know, I can't see it here unfortunately. Oh no, I can. So yeah, Chicago is a MyFaction CM Punk 2010 card. That's a Persona card that can be used elsewhere. Rob Van Dam 1997 for Philadelphia, which is also a Persona card. And New York is a Cody Rhodes. I'm assuming he's in a suit. He looks like he's in a suit. Boston is a John Cena 2010 Persona card. Dallas is a Ultimate Warrior Persona card with no paint. Interesting choice, but fair enough. And then Los Angeles is a Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline red suit, looking like The Weeknd. So you have to complete the whole tour. It says here for the Los Angeles one, to complete the final tour, you have to at least have the CM Punk 2010 card. So it's not entirely non-linear. It seems like there is definitely an order that the game wants you to be doing these in. But yeah, you can complete them vaguely in whatever order that you want to or can do. And yeah, that's another way that they've very kindly allowed us to unlock Persona cards this year. So with all that being said, I will quickly show you how the matches work. Right, so we'll go into the first match here. It's going to be Gunther, so I can choose any card from my team. So I'm going to choose Roman Reigns as part of the showcase reward. I'm going to go in here and it's going to load up the match for me now. So if this is like last year's, we don't have entrances, I think it is just going to load the match. Yep. Oh, I forgot I had 360-degree camera on. Oh no, this I might lose this match. But yeah, you'll see in the left there it says determination unlocked. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Determination? No, I am saying that right. So yeah, I've unlocked that badge. I must have done something. I must have taken damage or done something to cause that to unlock. I should also say that this is a offline match. Like, I am playing this. This isn't another player. This is an AI controlled character. So if you pause the game, it will pause, and if you go to the match actions or the match mods and steps, you can see there's no stipulations, so that's okay. But if you go to match actions, you can see these are the criteria to earn MyFaction points within the mode. So if I wanted to finish this match and move on to match 2 within the weekly tower, I have to reach at least 45 MyFaction points, which would mean I need to complete at least 3 of these objectives. They're fairly reasonable, I think. They're literally just usually hitting certain taunt. Yeah, so it's always the taunts, finisher, signature, grab attacks, heavy attacks, and damaging body limbs. Sometimes different characters have different things. So, you know, because I'm playing as a powerhouse, those are the things that are, you know, those are the goals that it wants me to do. But if I was playing as a brawler, if I was playing as a high flyer, it would get me to do springboard moves, or it would get me to do other things. But at this point, it's literally this is the easiest you know, mode to do it on, because I just have to taunt. I just have to really hit a signature and a finisher. So yeah, doing that taunt gave me 15 MyFaction points. If I keep hitting Gunther here, I'm going to stun him. There we are, he's stunned. I'm going to hit another taunt here. That's going to put me in the corner. Here you're seeing the taunt camera going on here. And then once this taunt's done, I've now unlocked 15 more MyFaction points, which puts me up to 30. We are very, very close to reaching another goal, I think, because I need to hit 10 light or heavy strikes, which we are very close to doing. I forgot that I put the third person camera on, which is really funny. So if we taunt to get Gunther up here, we can hit the Superman punch. That's going to give us more points. God, I keep forgetting that I need to hold the right trigger to bring people up. Okay, Gunther's stunned again. I'm just going to wail on him here, because that's another bunch of MyFaction points. So even though I've actually reached, you know, the 45 MyFaction point goal, I can keep attacking him. I can keep doing things. You know, I can earn as many MyFaction points as I really want for this mode, as long as I just keep going. I've hit them all now. I think that's every single one of them. Yeah, they're all complete. Oh, except for the grab attacks. You know what? Screw it. Let's cancel this pin. I'm going to pick them up and do 2 more grab attacks, because I have another finisher. So if I hit this 2 more grab attacks, watch this, it's now going to block me and just destroy me. Uh-oh. I'm going to let go of that, actually. Okay, so I didn't know this, but the MyFaction mode actually defaults some of the settings. So I prefer not to have the slider or pinfalls. I actually have the button mash minigame, but obviously the MyFaction mode has just overwritten the settings. So I guess if you are the type, like me, the type of person to play with different settings, then just bear in mind that MyFaction will actually change some of your settings. There we are. I've hit those grab attacks now, which means that I can... Oh no, this isn't good. It's fine. If we roll them up here, 1, 2, 3. There we are. So there's a whole bunch of like weekly goals there that I've just unlocked as well. Gunther thought he had me, but he didn't. He tried to get me with that roll up, and I just reversed it. Yeah, and this is how MyFaction works in 2K25. So if we skip this, right, because this is the same, you know, same ending that's in Exhibition. Complete all the objectives there. It doesn't actually say how many. Oh, cool! You actually get stats now with a card, and you also get the match duration. It was 4 minutes 30. Sorry, 4 minutes 3 seconds. Those are the match objectives, and yeah, that's all I'm really seeing here. Oh, here we are. Okay, right. So on the left here are, I guess, everything that I earned in the match. So I won. I got the I got the taunts, the finisher, the signature, and here are the badges that I earned for doing just random stuff. On the right here is the challenge tracker. So this is like your weekly goals and your daily goals and just general kind of challenges that you can do while playing the game. Yeah, so moving on, that will now unlock. I may get some rewards, I may get some MyFaction points. It looks like I have because I've just leveled up, I guess. I completed some challenges, so you get even more MyFaction points, and you'll see I now have in the top right 1,520 MyFaction points. So I've now unlocked match 2, so I can go on there and do that. Unfortunately for the weekly towers, you can only play them once, or at least to complete all of the challenges. So you can only earn those MyFaction points one time. If you wanted to earn more MyFaction points by playing the game, you would probably have to do either my World Tour or Faction Wars. So, and obviously you'd also have the option of playing ranked or non-ranked online play to also generate MyFaction points. So it's a very interesting mode. You can certainly grind it out, even if you were to replay those weekly towers without unlocking the MyFaction points. You probably will still earn progress to the challenges, I'd imagine, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. But that's basically it for MyFaction. I mean, that is like the entire mode in a nutshell. I hope I explained things fairly well, and if this is your first time playing MyFaction, I hope it's a decent introduction to the mode for you. With that being said, I am now going to start grinding them out. So I might do the occasional stream where we just go through like the weekly tower or something. But for now, I'm going to do all this offline. And yeah, if you want to see more of MyFaction, please let me know. I don't mind putting more time into it, but I always feel a little bit bad because it's one of those modes that is year on year, right? It's in the game every single year. And when you upgrade to 2K26, just as we have for 2K25 from 2024, you don't carry that progression forward. You have to start from scratch again, and that always kind of sits wrong with me. But the main thing for me really always is the persona cards, because it's really important for me to unlock those persona cards so that I have all the other characters available to me in the other modes, because I think it's really important that you shouldn't lock these characters to a specific mode, and likewise if they're in the game, I don't know why they're not available in other modes. So give me the opportunity to either unlock them or pay for them if needed. But if they're in the game and the game has reached end of life, especially when the servers get turned off, there should always be a way for me to unlock those characters, because when the MyFaction servers go offline for 2K24, there will be a lot of persona cards that will just not be obtainable anymore, and then those characters will never be populated in Universe or Exhibition or anything. And that's a big shame to me, because I think if people are on the roster, they should be available, especially when the game reaches the end of life. But that's going to be it for today. We have just run through MyFaction. I hope you enjoyed. I also hope that you will pick up MyFaction and let me know what your favorite thing in the mode is. I'm really excited to try World Tour. I'm curious to see how the story and the persona cards, kind of the progression, works there. If you would like to see more, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. It all helps the channel grow, and we've had tremendous growth. I'm so excited that 2K25 is here. If you do want to see more 2K25 content videos, please let me know in the comments below. Hit me up on the socials. You know what to do. That's us for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye for now.